not living on the island, it may be surprising to see just how much the Cuban healthcare system is thriving. CCTV's Jerry Haddon has insight in our special series, Reinventing Cuba.
Cubans tend to blame their hardships on the U.S. trade embargo. It's had a crippling effect for sure, but these days even President Castro talks openly about Cuba's long list of economic mistakes. But everyone approves of at least one investment the government has made in free universal health care. Take Havana machine mechanic Ronaldo Caraballo. One day, when he was a kid, he started throwing up blood.
4 años de edad, a mí me dio la meningo, encefalitis viral. Mis padres me llevaron al médico y me salvaron mi vida. Aquí estoy, con 4 años de edad. En otro país del mundo le da la meningo y no hay salida. No hay salida. Aquí con una vacuna me salvaron mi vida.
In fact, Cuba is the first country to have developed a vaccine against meningitis B. That was back in the 80s. Since then, tens of millions of kids have received it worldwide, but not American kids due to the embargo.
¿Cuánto cuesta un trasplante de riñón en un país capitalista? Y aquí no cuesta nada. Aquí es un número más una estadística. Allá es un número bancario. Allá. Aquí es distinto. Esas son las cosas que debería coger los Estados Unidos.
Esa idea, esa filosofía.
Esa. ¿Cuánto vale un tratamiento de cáncer en el mundo?
Caraballo gets pretty worked up over healthcare. Turns out he isn't the only one in his family the doc saved. Come on, he says, urging us into his 1946 Pontiac. You're coming to my house. The Caraballos, it turns out, are poster children for the Cuban healthcare system. Besides Ronaldo's meningitis, his mother-in-law's lung, doctors saved his daughter when her appendix burst. His wife, Gisle, an economist who paints nails for extra cash, cured of thyroid cancer.
Sí, ya me sentí mal. Bueno, todo el tratamiento fue muy rápido. Me detectaron en un mes, en ese mismo mes me operaron y ya seguí continuamente 6 meses. Cada 6 meses me daban. Con eso me veo.
¿Esto fue hace cuánto tiempo?
5 años.
Y lo único que he gastado con ella ha sido en gasolina en el carro para llevarla hasta ahí.
Hi everybody, my name is David and my partner is Charles, and today we are going to tell you 3 differences in terms of medicine between Cuba and Colombia. It means that we are going to make a comparison between these 2 beautiful countries. What about healthcare system? In Cuba there are 286 hospitals for 11 million people. You can find that healthcare system is free for everybody in the country. However, as a lot of people from other countries go to the island to have special treatment, it depends on the country where you are from. It takes place that some countries have more importance than others, for example Soviet Union. They are looked after by the best doctors and kept in the best hospitals, while some Cuban people sometimes don't have access to the basic medication. What a contradiction, don't you think so?
How is the healthcare system in Colombia? This is made up by 2 sectors that coexist in favor of the health of all Colombians. One of them is the subsidized regime, which corresponds to that which is free, while the counterpart is the contributory regime, which corresponds to private health. La Laicien, which was promoted at the end of 1993, is the one that regulates this social security system of Colombia, and which is very well seen in the world, occupying the 22nd position in importance of 191 countries in the world, something that emerged from a report issued by World Health Organization in 2000.
How's doctors' education? Medicine education is free and it is one of the best around the world, overtaking European countries. Therefore, most of the students are foreign, and the primary institution that teaches people is La Escuela Latinoamericana de Medicina, that was founded in 1999 by Fidel Castro. Degrees frequently last 3 years.
How is doctors' education in Colombia? There are currently 56 medical faculties or schools in the country, of which 18 are official and 30 are private. The financing of public university in Colombia occurs through mechanisms directed to supply and subsidized to demand. The supply mechanisms include direct contributions from the nation and territorial entities. Regarding the working environment of doctors, the Colombian Federation of Medical Unions states that the work situation is very serious. We have illegal hiring in 80% of cases, non-payment of wages and fees, and sometimes they accumulate a year of debt of wages and social benefits. And the care burden in hospitals centers is reduced, and outsourcing of medical missionary personnel is being applied in public hospitals.
It is important to say that medicine is as it is nowadays because it was one of the most relevant objectives of Cuban Revolution that happened in 1959. Investment in healthcare. Every year, Cuba invests around 11% of its gross domestic product in medicine and 0.4% in medical development and investigation. With this, Cuba invests around 760 euros per inhabitant.
Investment in healthcare. Colombia's health spending is 7.2% of GDP. According to the OECD report, the report showed that for 2018, the countries of the organization on average allocated 8.8% of their gross domestic product for health issues. This figure is higher than Colombia's health spending, which in 2017, according to the latest figure registered by the OECD, for the Colombian case represented 7.2% of GDP. For that year, the average spending of OECD members was also 8.8%.
Finally, we want to say some contributions of Cuba to medicine. The first one is that Cuba creates the cure for vitiligo. The second one is that they make a treatment that is made of sugar to cure the cholesterol. And the last one is a vaccine that prevents the lungs cancer.
Contributions of Colombia to medicine. Here are 3 Colombia's contributions to medicine. First, vulvarectomy or laparostomy, also called open abdomen, is a surgical technique that consists of opening the abdomen and, after performing the surgical act, leaving the abdominal cavity open. Procedure created by Osvaldo Varese in 1984. Hawking valve, a valve that allows excess cerebrospinal fluid to be removed and normal pressure hydrocephalus to be treated. Procedure created by Solomon Hawking in 1957. And third, and the last one, synthetic vaccine against malaria, a short chain of amino acids synthesized in vitro as a segment of the surface of a viral protein, induces antibodies that confer immunity against the virus, method treated by Manuel Elkin Patarroyo in 1987.
Okay people, it was the video. We hope you enjoyed it a lot, and please give us your comments about the video, if you like it or not. And see you soon! To tell you 3 differences in terms of medicine between Colombia. So we can find that